All right. Hey, everybody, welcome back to twitch.tv/lpikachon, or if you're watching it later on YouTube, Lopez Family Variety Channel. It is a long name. That's why I tell you, if you subscribe and ring the bell on Lopez Family Variety Channel, you only ever have to type it once. After that, YouTube just tells you when our videos come out. But anyway, today we are going to be making some more WWE wrestlers. My apologies as I'm trying to get my web captions working, but we'll get to it here in a second. Also, my apologies for like the weird... What am I pointing at? The weird aspect ratio for this. This game is really obstinate and actually pretty difficult to deal with. If not for the fact that making wrestlers is lots of fun for me, I probably wouldn't deal with it. I am joined today, of course, by my sidekick, as always, Smokey the Smoke Detector. So yeah, let me get the captions going, and then we'll make some wrestlers. Put my glasses on. There we go. Yes. Give me the captions, please. Check 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. Let me move this over to here. Okie dokie. Move this a little bit. Check 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Okay. All right. So last time we made any wrestlers. Hey, Z King. Hey, wait a minute. Z King off. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. I'm like, are you about to make me say a swear? But maybe it isn't. Probably isn't. Yeah. So let's make a wrestler. So in the last few installments of making a wrestler, we made Adorable Aldo, and we also made Thunder the Pig, and we also made Cynthia the Cyborg. So I think today, actually what I would like to do is to take Uptown Victoria, which is a wrestler that I just like slapped together so that I could see other wrestlers wrestle her and maybe give her like a little bit more something. I'm pretty sure Uptown Victoria is just the just like the stock wrestler for the category that she's in, so we can make some changes. These faces look, they always start out looking terrible. They look like space aliens. Yeah, give me some facial parts. Teeth, blemishes, wrinkles. No. I like that skin color. The skin color is fine. Face deformation, facial region. Let's do facial structure. Let's give her like... One thing I definitely want to do is... Oh. I want to give her like fuller... there we go. Lip fullness. Well, that doesn't look that much fuller, but we'll throw on some makeup here in a sec. Right corner, left corner. Let's increase the length to 75. And we'll do 75 on this side too. That's probably good for now as far as her face. Go ahead and accept that. Accept. Skippy the Wonder Chicken says, man, Rodrigo goes through a transformation every time I come back. That is true. I have often thought, you know how in TV shows, like, characters end up going on the, like, on witness protection, and they, like, change them drastically, or they'll do something, right? If they're usually clean shaven, they have them grow a beard. If they usually have a beard, they make them shave. If they have lots of hair, they have them like shave their head or whatever. But like at some point, I pretty much have any one of those things going on. So I was like, yeah, I would be easy to identify because there's like footage of me, of my hair at every stage it can be, and my beard at every stage it can be. So, but yes, it's very hot nowadays. It is now the summer of 2022. And my hair was getting very long and kept getting into my face. So that was the main reason why I cut it, and the main reason why I haven't shaved my beard off is because it takes a very long time. So I just haven't had the ability to like sit down for like the full-on project that is like shaving my beard. Skippy says, Johnny the Fingers Macaroon left with a scar on his face and no teeth and came back played by a whole new actor. Well, there's that too. Okay. I don't think we need to change anything about her body. So yeah, let's go straight to attire. Oh. Oh, I see what happened. So we actually, okay, so she actually had a whole thing that we did. Well, let's go. Let's have a look at it anyway. I mean, this is a rad coat. How do I rotate? Still, I'm not crazy about the. Wow, this is very different. I mean, that's good. So I guess we had messed with her a little bit. But I still want to change some stuff about her clothes, because I don't know if there's like all like gray down the middle is doing it for me. I think the idea was that she... What was the idea? Is there a way to just turn it off without removing it completely? I don't think there is. Yeah, the idea was that she would go down to this, but I do want to give her something that's a little bit sassier. Like, her name is Uptown Victoria, right? Or Uptown something. I've already forgotten her name. Skippy says, God, I wish I looked as cool as this wrestler. Yeah. She's, you know, she's got a thing going on. I don't know, the green hair is kind of Joker-ish, and I'm not necessarily into that. But I think if we keep the rest of her outfit not Joker-ish, it should be okay. This is just like an extremely tight shirt. Okay. Sorry, my wife is contacting me about dinner, and so if I want to get fed, I need to take that. Do we have the deep lore yet for Uptown Victoria? No, like I said, we really like I slapped her together pretty fast because I wanted to sort of get a feel for how these guys were gonna work. I think I think the cyborg girl we made had this top, so we can't use it again. Let's go with just like extremely tight thing with bare midriff and sleeves. So her hair's green. She's got like a gray and red thing going, so we might want to make this red. We can also change the material, so we can make it like a less of a clothy material and more of like a plastic, maybe. That doesn't really say Uptown, but you know, like there's not a lot about her that says Uptown right now. We'll figure it out. We'll work our way through it. Color, first color, it's only one color, okay. Let's do... I wish this thing had a like a little dropper so that I could be like, make it the same color as these studs out here, but I almost certainly picked like the default red for them, because whenever possible I go with the default so that they're easier to duplicate. Yeah, let's accept that. If I go to images, yeah, see, I wish that if you already have a coat that it would like remove it so that you can work on the stuff underneath. As far as I can tell, the only way to do that is to remove the coat and then add it again, which is going to get rid of all the color information. So, hey Kevin, good to see you. Just making some wrestlers. Okay, what do I want to do as far as pants? Also, yeah, you know what? Like we need to ditch the jacket. Like I don't want to lose the jacket, but like for now, just let me see where it is. Okay. Yeah, I just need to be able to like look at what she's doing here and be able to match that, because the idea is she comes in with the jacket and then she takes it off to fight, so we need to do the wrestling outfit first. Do I want to give her anything on her arms? I think... Can we give her... No, we can't do like her nails. Those claws are a little too hardcore. So maybe... I mean, this is like the entrance attire, so we can bling her out. What's a good... This seems like it's probably like there's a wrestler that already has that. Is this like a Sasha Banks thing? This one is like lots of rings, so that's good. We'll go with this. Color, first color, let's go with like a gold. Start with red. I mean, this just looks bright yellow, but I guess let me see if I can lighten it up a little. Sort of looks like a paler gold, hopefully. Second color, we'll make it red so that it matches other stuff. Third color, we'll make this just like bright white because it's a skull, so. Accept. Material. Like this should all be metallic. I don't see why any of it is not metallic. There you go. That looks like gold now. It's like, why would you make jewelry and then default have it look like plastic? Let's see. Skippy says, "Have you snagged Koromon yet?" No, I am only like very peripherally aware of Koromon. Is it like out of beta or something? Did it just come out? Because I know that some people had been playing it for like like review reasons. Oh, you can do her nails. Nice. Yeah, let's do her nails. I'm actually gonna make her nails. It's like red is the obvious color, right? She's already wearing lots of red, so we'll do that. Nails left. Copy that. There we go. No, but you know what? Okay, so now that we know what her top is going to look like, let's go ahead and give her jacket back, which means we're going to have to, like, find it. But that's okay. It's like I looked in here so that I could, like, remember where it was. Skippy says, definitely don't need real gold for a ring entrance. You never know when you're going to get hit with a chair mid-strut. That's true. But it should at least look... like, it doesn't have to be real gold. It just has to look like real gold. Skippy says, Koromon just dropped on Switch, and it's been on Steam since March. Okay. I might check it out. The stuff that I've seen for it looks cool. Is it pricey? Is it like a full, like, $60 kind of thing? Because, yeah, definitely the stuff that I've seen for it. That's the one that has, like, that's the one that's, like, all sprites, right? It's got, like, that, like, multi-plane sprite animation, I think. Don't want to change the material. I mean, I wasn't necessarily super crazy about that gray before. Red and gray is a good combination, though. As much as I hate to admit it, I did spend a significant part of my life in Columbus, Ohio. So even though I didn't want to like the Buckeyes, some of it like really sunk in, you know? And then I might think about giving her some shades later for the entrance outfit. Okay. So these pants, I don't know. I want... Let me see if we can give her some, like... some, like, wrestling tights looking underwear. Oh, I need to get rid of the pants first. Back, please. Okay. Oh, that was the wrong button. Skippy says, honestly, I think it's a real interesting take on Pokemon. Shinies are built in because Mons have 3-color palettes. I did see that. And I like that. The rarer the coloring, the better its stats. It's about $20 on Steam or Switch while not on sale. I mean, I might. You know, right now I'm in between games, so yeah, let me make a note about it. If I had any place to write. Koromon. All right. Kevin says, I'm looking it up now. I've heard some things about it, but the more I'm reading, the better it sounds. Let me also make a note that Skippy told me, like, reminded me about it. They have made ice types good. There are a bunch of extra types. Poison is just a status effect and not a whole typing. It's much more offense based. There's a land shark starter. Okay. Yeah, I'm interested. Like, you know, Pokemon. Pokemon is kind of like Magic the Gathering. It's like it's like the first, and like they just hit it so hard, and just like cornered the market so much that that there's kind of like nothing else anyone can do. Like other games just don't stick in the same way. Like that's why like Digimon doesn't follow the same thing. That's why like Monster Rancher, like the games actually have to be pretty different. Any Pokemon clones don't actually stick. So I'm interested to see what they do with Koromon. Let's make it all vinyl. Second material also vinyl, please. So yeah, I'm interested, and if it's just $20, I might just go looking for it. Skippy says I've been perfect hunting the land shark all day. I did get a perfect of the polar bear starter after like 5 resets. Oh, so it's kind of it like follows that thing with Pokemon where you can like reset for you to get like a better version of something, like a shiny version. Yeah, I really want to see what it's about because I don't know. I've talked to people about Pokemon a lot. Hang on a second. Yeah, let's talk about kids games while this crotch is like on screen. I've talked to people about Pokemon a lot. Ah, dang it. Did I just undo all of that? I guess not. That's good. And like there's a lot of assumptions that people make, right? They're like, okay, Pokemon. It's like if you make a game that's like Pokemon, like what kind of balls are you going to have? Are there going to be different types of balls? Or it's like, what are ice types going to be like? And I'm like, none of that stuff needs to be there. Like, Pokemon does a very good job of incorporating all that stuff. But, like, none of your assumptions about Pokemon need to be, like, basic to the genre. The most basic thing to the genre is there are monsters and you catch them, right? And then you're able to play them. Is like everything else is something that Pokemon did that doesn't actually need to be there. Like you can do something else besides that. So I'll be interested. Like the most interesting thing for me is what does Koromon keep and what does Koromon throw out. And it'll be disappointing if they keep more stuff than they throw out, right? I would like to see some like departures, definitely. Skippy says, I think Nexomon was pretty good. It's much more of a slight tweak on the Pokemon theme, while Koromon kind of takes the internal structure, kind of changes the internal structures. That's good. That's actually what I'm more interested in that. I think it's a lot more similar to your version of Pokemon from back in the day. Oh, yeah, you remember my my Pokemon article that I wrote. Yeah, I thought that was a good idea for Pokemon. For those of you that haven't, let's see. There were basically like there were sort of two things. Like you had like flying Pokemon and non-flying Pokemon, and that was like a thing. And they're both like offensively good against each other. Like two flying Pokemon are neutral against each other. A flying and a land Pokemon actually deal double damage or whatever to each other. And then there were I think there were only 5 types, and they kind of did a like Magic the Gathering thing where like this type was strong against this one and this one. There were like enemy types and ally types sort of. So yeah, it was like much simpler in a lot of ways, and that article got a lot of views because anytime you do anything Pokemon, it gets a lot of views. And I got a lot of flack. Like, if you go to that article and you look at the comments, people are like, you don't know anything about Pokemon. Like, this doesn't fix anything. You're dumb. Like, Pokemon is really good. And it's like, in a lot of ways, they're kind of right, because I wrote that article back when I knew a lot less about Pokemon than I do now, definitely. Um, and so they're right to a certain degree. I'll admit that. But also, I thought a lot of my ideas were good, and definitely a lot of people were just like, no, I don't want to, I wouldn't want Pokemon to be this way because they're used to the way it already is. Not necessarily because they wouldn't actually want this to be this way. We'll keep this like this. It's not going to match. Like, the color's going to be a little bit off because it's not the same material. But I don't want her to have, like, vinyl soles. That's weird. Skippy says they did do a lot more typings, but I think the type restructuring they did is pretty similar to what you theorized. Yeah. Yeah, and I get that. More types, like, it makes sense. Like, when you're designing something, you have to give yourself enough sliders, right? Like, if you're playing a game, and especially if you want your game to be replayable, and you want people to be interested in going in and experimenting, the more sliders you give yourself, the more options and stuff that you can turn on and off, or increase and decrease, the better your game's gonna be to a certain degree, right? There's such a thing as, like, too much. But yeah, in a game where the main thing that you look at is what type is this creature, then yeah, you do need lots of types. Oh yeah, also a big stipulation of my version of Pokemon, which comes straight from, like, looking at 4th edition D&D, is, like, each Pokemon needs, like, a gimmick, right? They basically get one gimmick power or ability, and then maybe you can teach them other stuff too. But it doesn't, like, each Pokemon needs to have, like, a unique thing it does, which is definitely not what Pokemon does, right? There's a lot of Pokemon that are, stats-wise, basically interchangeable. But a big part of that is because of the way that the game just sort of works. Okay. Let's accept that. Okay. So then I go here. Copy attire. Yes. Perfect. That's kind of the main reason to do the entrance attire first, is because it now it will take anything that it doesn't want as part of the wrestling attire and just remove it, right? So I make it with the jacket, and then this thing just automatically removes it. But I am gonna go in and take off the rings for the attire, because, like, she takes her rings off to fight, which is, you know, reasonable, I think. X space space. Okay. Okay, let's look at her personal information, because even that wasn't... Yeah, it's like... Oh, this is why. God, freaking WWE, why? Why do you make things so difficult? Victoria, definitely. That's definitely what I want her name to look like. God. Like, what am I supposed to be doing here? Like, is there a way to, like, there isn't like a way to like just hit enter and move this to the other thing. So I have to put like a lot of spaces here. And so now the single line one is like incredibly far apart. Like, why, WWE? Why? Why do you do this to me? I don't know. There might be something obvious here that I'm missing. But yeah. Oh, that kind of worked. Why did that... How did I do this? I don't know. Okay, alright. So Uptown Victoria's looking good. She's not the most, like, incredible wrestler, but she doesn't have to be, right? Uptown Victoria is kind of a jobber. She's someone you send in. She wins some matches here and there. You know, she's somebody's favorite, but she's not. Yeah, she's not. She's not a main like like a top card wrestler. She's kind of there to be in matches against the people that are getting a push, and that's fine. That's perfectly reasonable. Menu screen pose. That's not a terrible screen pose. I feel like unlike a lot of the other female wrestlers that I create, Uptown Victoria is pretty feminine. So this is a good opportunity to do a more traditionally feminine pose. Let's set individually. Let's see. Koromon also did a big thing by adding difficulty settings. Hard is a Nuzlocke, Insane is a hardcore Nuzlocke. Easy basically lets you level up into a fully healed mon so you don't constantly run back to town. That's cool. Oh, so when you level up, it just automatically gets your health back up. That's cool. There's only 114, so they all basically fill a niche. Good. Rather than 8 versions of Caterpie. Yeah, exactly. Skippy says, can't have makeshift brass knuckles in real sports entertainment. No. Can we just blame Vince for everything? Not for long, right? Although, definitely, I guess, yeah, for a while still, as more stuff comes out, there's going to be more stuff that happened during Vince McMahon's tenure, right? So, even after he retires. Skippy says, she's got big jobber vibes. She's someone who chases after the 24/7 championship belt in between matches. Yeah, definitely. It's like, that's fine. You know, maybe eventually she's going to get like a makeover and get a big push. But right now, she's a jobber and she's fine with that. Feminine, but not necessarily what I want. Oh, that's everything. That's like, there aren't very many of these poses. That's not bad. Let's see. Does this look like she's going like, let me tell you something. What does an open palm look like? Okay. All right. It's kind of like it's it's hard to tell what exactly she's going for. Yeah, I was oh no, never mind. I was going to say like, oh, there's no like clenched teeth face, which seems like just such a massive like oversight. I think basically anything that you see in this game where you're like, wow, this game should really have X, is not there because it got taken out because it was having some weird interaction, right? Like, WWE games were always buggy. Again, oh, that looks weird. It looks like there's like a cotton ball in her mouth. Uh, maybe we don't want that. All right. Well, let's find a big smile. Ah, that's not bad. It's a weird pose, but I'm okay with it. Crowd reaction, definitely boos. Crowd balance, mix of cheers and boos. Personality traits. This is a good opportunity to. She's like egotistical but respectful. She's not super desperate or perseverant. Maybe she's a little bit treacherous. But she's not cowardly, she's bold. Aggressive versus disciplined isn't like an actual dichotomy, but okay, WWE. Skippy says she's waiting for Vince to shuffle off so she can get her push in the interim. Yep. Was this made by a new developer or did the old ones come back? So this is the same one, right? So again, to tell the story of this franchise, 2K, right? The same guys that do the FIFA game and the basketball game and the NBA game, like all of the sports games. Like 2K has like gotten the market. Throw me a shirt. So 2K, yeah. So this is still 2K's deal. They came out with 2K20, right? And it was terrible. They've been putting one a year every year. 2K20 was just absolute garbaggio. Like, you can just go online, go to YouTube, type in WWE 2K20. You're going to see thousands of videos of like bugs and things that don't make sense and like characters whose heads don't stick to their bodies and stuff. And so they took 2 years. They took like a year off of like putting out a new version, and then they put this one out. So this one's a lot more robust, right? It actually works better, but kind of the compromise there is that they removed a lot of options. And the biggest options they remove are like the custom entrance options. So that's sad, right? Yeah, let's go with Boxer. I'm worried that the robot that we did also had. That's okay. Probably not. Yeah, that makes more sense. Pump handle suplex. Yeah. Finisher. Sure. So yeah, this game, again, holds together a lot better, but definitely has problems. Or rather, a lot of options were removed so that it wouldn't be as buggy. Let's see. Time for the deep lore. Yeah, of the 2K games, yeah. Sounds like a Bullet Club candidate. Yeah, I thought this was farmed out to a different studio that EA slapped their name on. Oh, do I have that? Do I have it wrong? Is it? Okay. I mean, EA might actually have something to do with it. I guess I can look it up. Um, yeah, so 2K games. Ba, 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 ba. Let me see. Development. Yep, I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, the publisher is 2K Sports. I don't know it. Well, let's see if it belongs to anyone. It was founded by Take-Two Interactive. Visual Concepts. Da, da, da. Yeah. No, it's 2K. 2K is the company. I mean, EA might have something to do with it. What are you trying to tell me here, Twitch? Oh. Yep. Okay, let's see Uptown in a in a match.
I can't wait to see myself as a wrestler.
Zemzi, thank you for the subscription. I really appreciate it. You could, like, maybe someday we can do community wrestlers. I'll have to figure out some way to do it so that, like, there's an orderly queue and we don't accidentally, like, leave people behind. Yeah. Let's go to play. We'll do one-on-one. Normal fight. Player 1. Yeah, here's another character named Uptown. I don't know what's going on. That looks good. That looks good. She's like, hey, just popped in to kick your butt. Skippy says, sorry, Take-Two gave them less and less budget every year. Yeah. Yeah, we do have an actual cyborg. Cynthia the cyborg. We made her, like, in the middle of the night a few weeks ago. I had, like, a 1-hour stream where I just, like, slapped her out. There was nobody in the chat. I was just like, boop, 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 make her wrestle, and then I'm like, I'm tired. And then I went to bed. So that's definitely something that happens on this channel sometimes. Okay. Confirm. By the way, I still haven't been able to like, have somebody come in with a what I want to say. Not all. Male, female, custom. Here we go. We'll see if Cynthia the Cyborg can beat Uptown Victoria. Also, we'll see if I didn't just end up picking all of the same moves and, like, entrances for them. But, oh yeah, I haven't been able to have somebody come in with a manager. It just absolutely crashes the game. But I did figure out how to not have to play. So both of these are going to be computer controlled. Because I don't actually want to when I have to play this game, like actually play it. Yeah, Cynthia the Cyborg definitely has a very, like, we spray painted a bunch of stuff and are calling it robot parts vibe. So I'm happy about it.
Here we go. She is ready.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from New York, Uptown, Victoria.
You know, it takes a lot of work to be considered the most egotistical talent in WWE.
What are you talking about, Cole? All I see here is a competitor with a healthy amount of self-confidence.
That's because your ego is almost as big as theirs, Corey.
Hey, Rodimus. We're doing some wrestlers. We're doing some custom wrestlers and then watching them fight.
And from another time.
Yep, same intro.
Cynthia the Cyborg.
The tension building for this match is so thick you can cut it with a knife.
Hey,
A lot of
Rodimus,
drama
thank you for the
involved with this
subscription. Really appreciate it. Skippy says it's Pokemon, but for people. Yeah, we're trying to make them all. Except in Pokemon, you still control your characters. So yeah, thank you for the subscription, Rodimus. I think, I don't remember the numbers exactly, but I think this is someone I went to school with.
Display all the attributes needed to be at the top of the women's division.
I agree with that, Michael. And no matter what success she's had, I believe there's even more untapped potential in her.
And some superstars could allow praise to go to their head, but not her. She keeps focus on the task at hand.
That all said, she's facing off against a woman who's been more than willing to go the extra mile. I'm talking about a woman who we've seen push her own limits time and time again.
Climbing to the top rope.
She's not gonna make it.
Uh-oh.
Way too
Oh, she made it.
Diving moonsault. Going for the cover.
Hey, I'm doing okay, Rod.
Ref found a 2 count.
Got surprisingly close to a pinfall there. She anticipated that one.
Just, you know, trying to get some streaming and some YouTube videos out of the deal. Oh, snap.
Takedown. Dodged right on cue. Just launched.
Oh. Yeah, so I haven't messed with the stats for any of these guys. So I probably need to either increase the stats of the ones that I want to win generally, or lower the stats of the
And
jobbers.
this might not have a pleasant ending.
Oh, put down face first.
And stomping away in the corner.
just ruthless.
Producing a trampling.
Expertly applied
Oh.
suplex.
She hit him with the Usain Bolt. Yeah. Yeah, we probably need to turn down the jobber's strength, because right now both of these characters have like the default stats. So I need to turn down the jobbers so that they lose a little bit more easily.
Standing Spanish makes the cover. And not done yet.
Oh, the kick out.
Over.
Able to counter.
Stunning, shoulders down.
Still only got one.
I gotta tell you, I thought she was done there.
Oh, right in the processing unit.
Remarkable power being shown here.
Okay, Victoria. Tone it down.
Man, that puts her in total control.
Kick out. Thought that was the end of her.
Escaping that pin must have taken almost everything she's got.
Well worth it. Look how frustrated her opponent is.
A big opportunity falling through their fingers. You've got to continue fighting and hope your next big move is the last one.
I do really like that move. Like when you see wrestlers do it in real life.
She saw it coming. There's a wheelbarrow. Into the
Oh,
DDT.
slam-a-jam.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
Isolating the arm.
Connects on the kick. Dominating
Oh.
body.
And now she's climbing to the top turnbuckle.
Oh, ref, you better get out of
She wants
there.
to put an end to this.
Look out.
Boom! She covers for the pin. A kick out at 2.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is that if they're too evenly matched, then these fights are too long.
It's been a hard-hitting affair here tonight.
These competitors are going to have trouble walking on their own after this one.
Obviously
Yeah.
still has some fight left.
Let's see. Have we gotten any hot takes on the new Black Panther trailer? I have some. I have some takes. We can look at it. Oh, miss. No, it's not muted. I just turned it down. Oh, Kevin Evans, thank you for the cheer. I appreciate it.
Not lost on this crowd.
Oh, into a powerbomb.
2. What a performance and what a win.
All right, all right.
Here is your winner, Cynthia, the Cyborg.
She has plenty to celebrate here tonight.
This sort of win shakes up the women's division.
I like all of the stuff in the background. Like, yeah, this is a video game, but it was a video game made during the coronavirus, so you're gonna get the screens. It's interesting. Let's see. Highlight reel. Replay 2 seems identical. I was hoping for that Hurricanrana. This is okay. Cyborg Flip 1. Okay. You guys want to look at the Black Panther trailer real quick? Hopefully this won't make too much noise. And also because of the way web captioner works, at least the way it's been working for me, while we're looking at that, the captions might disappear. Rodimus says it's still weird to see COVID crowds. Yeah, why would they put that in the game? I mean, like, so this game really always prides itself on realism, which, like, the 2K stuff is, like, hyper realistic, right? So it's like, that's great. But when you apply that to wrestling, it's like, wrestling is fake. Wrestling is rehearsed. Wrestling is scripted. So it's like a very realistic depiction of wrestling, which makes it look fake. You know, it's like, why wouldn't they just go in with the kayfabe, right? Or like, why would they put in COVID crowds and not just put normal crowds? But it's like, no, realism. Oh, my mom's texting me. Um... Skippy says, yeah, this makes wrestling look more fake than planned. Yeah, it does. The 2K18 version, like the... So if you... let's see if we can go all the way back to the... Oh, nope, it just closed down the thing. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. That's okay. Where's my browser window? Here we go. Let me turn off the music. The 2K18 like starting window, like the press start window, has like Seth Rollins like hitting Samoa Joe with like a knee, like a flying knee, but you can like Seth has his like palm down, like he's slapping his own knee to make the impact sound, and it's like, why would you have that there? Why not just make it seem like it's cool and real? It's just like the obsession with realism just like ruins this game. Like also this game, like definitely previous versions are basically unplayable. Like it's not fun to play. Like it's fun to make wrestlers, and that's why I just have the wrestlers fight each other, because I'm like, I don't like playing this game. The controls are terrible. This version is supposed to have much better controls, but I haven't sat down to actually play them. Wakanda Forever trailer. Alright. Let's see where the audio is at. Okay, had this muted. We'll turn this down. Can you guys still hear the audio there? Alright, so let's start it from the beginning. Okay. Once again, Kevin, thank you for the bits. Really appreciate it. Let me see. Actually, let me play that bits monster again, because at specific bits intervals, 200, 500, and 1,000, you get a different German expressionism animation. And you might say to yourself, Rodrigo, what is your channel's theme? You've got like Pokemon and like Pikachu, but it's green, and also all of your notifications are like German expressionist things. And to that I say, when I started streaming just a few months ago, or like just last year, I didn't know how like mean Twitch was about like copyright stuff. So I made sure that like all of my events are out of like things that are in the public domain. So that's why there's like a weird German expressionism theme to the channel with like Nosferatu and stuff. Yeah, let me replay this for you, Kevin. Thank you for that. I know, right? You're like, oh, a custom animation, great. And it's like this weird, creepy guy. But yeah, that's from the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. It's just like a weird, creepy guy. But thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. Skippy says the obsession with realism that really isn't realistic at all. Yeah. They aren't above piping in fake cheering. Why not do some post work and get an editor to put in sound effects? I mean, that's all fine when you're actually watching the show. Wrestling has a long tradition of, doing things to sell, right? That's what selling is, to sell the illusion of it. But you can have something like Lucha Underground, which was edited, and I think I much prefer watching Lucha Underground fights than WWE fights. They're like shorter and more interesting, and because they're edited, it's just like boom, 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 right? And that helps the suspension of disbelief because you don't see like one thing that wrestlers have to do during their fights, especially long ones, is rest, right? So they've done all this acrobatic stuff, they've done all this lifting, their muscles start hurting, or just like to be safe, they need to like take a rest in the middle of it. So that's when like two wrestlers will like knock each other out and like fall over and then like slowly crawl to their corners and like stand up. They're resting, right? And then they can start again. And it's like Lucha Underground does away with a lot of that because it's edited, so you don't have to spend so much time watching the wrestlers rest in real time or like shake off, something that happened in real time. It works. Roma says, "How's it going, Harvestry? Oh, that's good." Skippy says, "AEW is really fun. Honestly, I love it. No major Vince weirdness involved." Yeah, I've never sat down to watch a lot of AEW, but I know someone who is like all about it. I should really get into it. Okay, let's watch this. Let's watch this trailer, and I will pause it for my hot takes. Excuse me. Let me get some water. Okay, hot take number 1. Why No Woman No Cry? Like, that's a song about like how like women will break your heart, right? And it's like Black Panther is a very black franchise, right? It's like Marvel went in and said this franchise should be hella black, and that's great. That's fantastic. No Woman No Cry, Bob Marley, huge black entertainer, huge legacy, right? But is No Woman No Cry the best option here? Why No Woman No Cry? Maybe there's some aspect that I don't know about, some historical aspect or something else that I'm not getting, but No Woman No Cry seems weird. Like, you can do a soulful cover of anything. Okay. Nakia, great. My guess is she's gonna end up being Black Panther, which would be fantastic. Yeah. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, a production that has been absolutely cursed, right? Just so cursed. They had to shoot it during high COVID times. Chadwick Boseman died. Letitia Wright, who plays Shuri, revealed herself to be an anti-vaxxer, so they had to cut her out of the movie because she wouldn't recant it, and they were like, we can't be associated, like Marvel was like, we can't be associated with this, which is fine, right? Namor has, it's hard to tell, but yeah, so that's the deal with the movie's history, right? Which is, I actually have very low expectations of this movie. Like, if this movie's script makes any amount of sense, I'm going to be like, that's it. That's all this. Like, that's better than what I expected, right? It's like, obviously, the visuals are going to be very good. Like, Marvel movies have a ton of money to work with. They're able to hire great, like, fight choreographers, special effects people. So it's going to look really good. Like, clearly from this trailer, you can see that this movie is going to look really good, right? It's like, is this movie going to make any sense? I don't know. It's gone through so many rewrites just because people keep dropping off of the production. It's like, I don't know what this movie's going to be about, you know? Okay, so enough about Black Panther's woes. Let's Let's dial it back. You know, you see Wakanda. It's, you know, looks great. Okoye. Everybody loves Okoye. It's really great. Good to have her back. I hear Daniel Kaluuya's not back, but that's okay. His character was kind of like a betrayer in the last one, so it's okay that he's gone. The Queen. Who plays the Queen? I am blanking on her name. Who is it? Angela Bassett. I thought it was Angela Bassett, but I didn't wanna get it wrong. Okay, so Angela Bassett does a great job. Like, she just like owns the stage, right, or the screen anytime she's on. Yeah, thank you guys. Let's see, what are what have you guys been saying? I kind of Harvey says, I'm pretty good. I'm at a pretty good level. I just finished my summer stats exam and pleasantly surprising passed, so that's lovely. That's great, Harv. Going to make up some salsa in a hot minute. That's good. Skippy says, I'm here to instigate the clips farming. That's okay. You guys can try to get me to say weird stuff. It's not that hard. It's really not. Rodimus says, it's been a while since I sat down and watched any wrestling. I thought about watching again. That's fine. I don't usually get a chance to watch wrestling. If I did, I'd probably be a lot more current with my references while we're making wrestlers. Skippy says, hella black, and Martin Freeman. Yeah, and people are always on Martin Freeman's case for being like the token white guy, right? Love it. Fantastic. Skippy says, so Lupita is literally the only option for Black Panther now, huh? Like, it really is, unless they introduce a new character. Yep, Angela Bassett. Everybody's screaming Angela Bassett. Yep, okay. So yeah, there's Letitia Wright, not going to be back. Probably not in a lot of the movie. Here's the birth of Namor. It's a little baby with wings on his feet. There he is. So Namor, you might not, and the Atlanteans, who I think are getting a different name maybe, have a Mayan thing going, right? So not Aztec, not Incan. They're like very specifically seem to be going for Mayan, which is great. It gives it more specificity, and it makes it less racist. Because in the past, when white creators want to set something in like the ancient Mesoamerica, or like cool explorers like Indiana Jones are exploring a jungle in Central America or something, they will have Maya stuff, Aztec stuff, Inca stuff, Toltec stuff all over the place, right? So it's like this production is like point Black Panther's production. They seem to be going Mayan, right? So that's good. Let's see. This looks great. Love it. Obviously, this is probably like the U.S. government doing something bad. Although these are like Wakandan scientists, it looks like. So maybe it's a Wakandan ship. Although it doesn't look futuristic enough. This character, I don't know. We'll see. There's Namor coming out of the water. Super, super rad. Right? Chills. Yeah, so, let me see. Oh, I suppose one reason for this song on the trailer is that it might... What am I looking at? one reason for this song to be in the trailer is that it might be in the movie, which is actually pretty rare. Nowadays they don't put that kind of thing in the, like a song from the trailer won't be in the movie a lot of the time. Martin Freeman's back. M'Baku is back. Great. Ah, missed it. There we go. So, some people that actually research Maya stuff, like again, this is Maya, right? This is like those sigils are Maya. This symbol is like the serpent here is reminiscent of Kukulkan, which is the Mayan version of what you might know as Quetzalcoatl, right? So Quetzalcoatl, feathered, literally means bird serpent. In Nahuatl, Kukulkan is a Mayan version of it, and because there's a lot of mixing, right? It's like the Maya lived.
Had to step over to desktop for this, haha.
Harvester, I appreciate it. Thank you for your subscription, and thank you for going over to your desktop to get it to me, because yeah, I on mobile it's like difficult to do the Prime sub. So thank you everybody for your Prime subs. I really appreciate them. I don't know if you wanted me to like do a slow like step-by-step thing of this trailer, but that's what I'm doing. So anyway, these sigils, people I think that research Maya stuff, ancient Mayan stuff, are like, these symbols are Mayan, but they're gibberish, right? They're in like a weird random order. So point against Black Panther production, like they get real symbols, but they flub them potentially. I don't know if that's necessarily right. Obviously, we need to actually watch the movie to see how they're used and if like anything about that straightens out. Rodimus says I'm all for this. Okay, great. Yeah, I think they've said that they're not going to call them Atlanteans. They're going to give it like a more Mayan name to the city, but I don't remember what it is. Megalodon, the throne, right? Inside like a megalodon jaw. Right? Again, chills, right? It just looks so good. Like, this movie is going to look so good, you guys. Is it gonna make sense? I hope so. I hope it's gonna make sense. It's like, could it even be good? Let's hope, right? But it's definitely gonna look good. And a big reason why it's gonna look good is because it's using these things that we usually don't see, right? Afrofuturism and like Mesoamerican stuff just doesn't usually get this treatment in like a major motion picture. So when you have that Hollywood money behind it, you get something really good and interesting, something that looks different from what we usually see in big Hollywood productions. New Black Panther, probably. A lot of people are like, oh, it's yellow like Killmonger. I mean, bringing back Killmonger would be a thing. Like, and having him become the Black Panther, but again, that would be such a, like, change of his character, because by the end of it, he's like, no, like, basically, like, Wakanda's ethos and Killmonger can't really exist together, but he changes T'Challa, right? He changes the way that T'Challa looks at things. So bringing him back, I don't know. It would be weird. November. So yeah, here you can see all the stuff that I usually look at, right? Like Wolfie videos, Donkey videos. I'm surprised there's no K-pop, because I've been watching a lot of K-pop recently. So yeah, it looks good, but I'm also, I'm worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I just like, I hope they do right by the Mesoamerican stuff. I'm all in for Afrofuturism versus like Aquamaya, like 100%. Let's go. I don't know who I'm going to cheer for. I'm just going to be very excited about the whole thing. But also, what if they get it wrong? You know, it's gonna suck if they get it wrong. So we'll see. Um, Skippy says Michael B. Jordan bulked up 60 pounds of muscle. I don't think that could be him. Yeah, probably not. Zemzi says no K-pop yet. It'll turn up eventually. Kevin says give the algorithm time, it'll show up. Well, it's because this was a trailer. If we had listened to a song or something, which I'm not going to do on the channel because it'll get copyright dinged. Yeah, we'll. There would definitely be some K-pop here. Let me try to get WWE started again. So yeah, I'm excited about Black Panther. You know how it is. I mean, when you are a person of color and you're invested in the depiction of people of color in movies, there's just always this like, oh good, they're depicting us in a movie. Oh no, they're depicting us in a movie, right? Like you get that sudden like, oh no, what if they screw it up? And they very well could. One sec. Let's go over to the game. Come on, game. There we go. This game is so temperamental. It's like anything else, like Streamlabs just picks up like that. This game, it's just like, what's happening now? I don't know why. Let's get our gamer music back on. I know the music is like very quiet. Oh, I muted it so that it wouldn't ding me. Okay. What time is it? Almost 4. Let's see if we can get another wrestler out. Oh. Let's see. Skippy says rough killing off the last 2 of 3 royal family members in one movie. Yeah. Right, they killed one early on in the mythos, and then they kill the rest of them. So it's just like, I guess Angela Bassett. Oh man, what if Angela Bassett is the Black Panther? That would be cool. JC Bodnar says maybe they fight but end up kissing in the end. Root for both. I think that I do think that that's going to be how the movie ends, is like Atlanteans and Wakandans like kiss and make up and like and become and like get a treaty and then become the most threatening thing that the white West could think of, which is like a Latin American nation, like a powerful Latin American nation with like sea supremacy, and a black futuristic like autonomous nation becoming like good friends and talking without white people in the room. That would really freak them out. Zemzi says, yeah, it's always a fingers crossed situation. Yeah, definitely. Skippy says they could screw it up, or the or it could be everything everywhere all at once and get it so accurate it hurts. Yeah. Zemzi liked that movie. That's cool. The movie made me cry in the theater. I actually haven't seen it yet, so no spoilers, please, for it. I'm sorry. I should see it. I bought it on Amazon as soon as it came out, but I want to watch it with my wife, and we haven't seen it. She's been watching Better Call, like we've been watching, catching up on Better Call Saul, so we haven't had a chance to see it. Skippy says, if I were Angela Bassett, you couldn't pay me to be a Marvel superhero at that age. That's true. But actors are weird. All right. Consider this. Actors are weird. Like, why is Tom Cruise still out there, like, running like a constipated wiener dog, right? Like, they like it. They want to do it, right? And they don't want to feel like they're too old to do it. So, maybe. I wouldn't. I already wouldn't. I'm not even 40. And I would be like, no, I wouldn't, like, do not put a wire harness on me. No way, right? Zemzi says, Unstoppable Super Nation. Yeah. Harvester says, I don't think it's actually relevant, but the trailer's use of No Woman, No Cry into We Gonna Be Alright hits funny for me considering they have jettisoned Letitia right for her stances. Right? That's what I'm saying, is like, it feels weird. No Woman, No Cry feels like a weird choice. Especially since everyone's gone except for a woman, except for the women. You know? Well, and M'Baku. She's better off showing up every few years than making millions of dollars wearing sick dresses and serving looks. That's true. That's true. Yeah. And she deserves it because she's put in the time, right? It's like, everybody knows Angela Bassett, except for me, of course, like, not being able to, like, think of her name. Which is which is even worse because I was watching like a Kiki Palmer interview, and she's like, people always tell me I look like Angela Bassett, and I'm like, oh my god, she does look like Angela Bassett. And then she did a Angela Bassett impression, and it was really funny. And then, of course, immediately like blanked out on the name, right? Zemsi says Tom Cruise isn't a human; he might be a cyborg. You might be right. Kevin says that needs clipped. Oh, did I do something weird? I'm sure I did. Okay. Yeah, let's make another wrestler. Page up. Nope. Let's make... Do you want to make a dude or a lady? Let's make another lady. I think we're kind of on a roll with the ladies. Let's see. High flyer. Okay. Let's make... let's see if we can make like a big lady. Yeah, do not influence me, WWE. No persona. What happened? Oh, I guess they're keeping the hair. That's fine. Let's see if we can find an interesting name for her. Yeah, presentation name. We had looked at those wings, so maybe we can make like a bug-themed wrestler. So let's look at the bees. See if there's like bug or something like that. Home. I mean, she could always be the bee, right? Babe, Babos, Babyface, bad boy. Let's see. The bear, the beast. Oh, there is a bee. Okay. All right, let's. Yeah. Maybe her name is just B. Short and sweet. By the way, are my captions working? Oh no, they're not. I need to get on that. Hang on a second. Check, check, check. 1, 2. Okay, there we go. Yeah, my captions are handled through the browser, so when I use the browser, sometimes the captions fall off. B the B. Oh, Kevin's leaving. Bye, Kevin. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the bits. Let's see. I love to see a giant strong style lady in the WB. Yeah. Nia Jax was doing great. So I was always very happy to see Nia Jax. But yeah, definitely big strong ladies are something that you don't get a lot of, right? You get a lot of like, you know, like ladies that they want to put into like this sort of outfit. But not too many like big strong ladies, and they definitely need more big strong ladies, because when you have the short skinny ladies fight the big strong ladies, it's awesome, right? Because the big strong ladies can like throw them around. It's fun. It's like literally just the same thing as the men. Runman says, but as far as Black Panther, I heard rumors of Doctor Doom. I don't know how true they are. Man. I hope not. I hope that Marvel does the smart thing and doesn't do Doctor Doom. Because the Fantastic Four have other enemies. In fact, weirdly, since we're going with like fantastical, like ethnic groups or fantastical cities, like if they were gonna introduce someone, they should introduce Mole Man, right, from the Fantastic Four, and then the Fantastic Four can fight that. Okay. Face body attire. Let's look at the face. Actually, I'm okay with this face. Let's just change it up a little. Upper forehead, big as possible. Regular forehead, big as possible. Eyebrows. Also as big as possible. Left outer brow depth. Height. Okay. And then let's mess with our nose bridge. Thick nose bridge. I don't think these like seem to change very much. Pointed? Okay. She's got a weird nose. You know, kind of like a very high nose. That's okay. I feel like that's all we need. We'll just keep that. Accept. Gatologic says, "Wait, did you join the shaved head club?" Yeah, it's like a really short buzz. You know, it's been hot and my hair was bothering me. If you look at like previous streams, I'm like taking my hair and like using the headphones to like push it back, or wearing a hat because like my hair's all over the place. So I was like, that's it. I can't handle it anymore. Alright. The body's going to be the main event here. I don't want medium. I don't want large. I want super extra large. There you go. These are still kind of not as big as they could be. Ooh, do I want big and round, or do I want like more buff? Because this is like big and buff, right? Like it's a little bit more like, it's a little bit tighter, whereas this is like a little bit more, like a little bit softer. Lady Kane writes itself, yeah. Harvest says thick nose bridge, international spy. Harvest says the do looks good on you. Oh, thank you, thank you. Gotcha Logic says I was going to say welcome. You have a cooler beard though. Oh well, thank you. I haven't shaved that because it takes a long time. Sub goal to see Rodrigo with a high top fade. That would take a lot of subs, definitely. Okay, let's see. She's a B. She's gonna be a B. May reset her. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with this skin color. We don't need to give her any veins. Very temperamental, this. She's got kind of a Karen haircut right now. Petunia's joined the wrestling league. That is one thing that we could do. Is like one thing that I use this for is to make characters. Like all the characters that I've made are in what I want to say are in my PlayStation, right? But like if you've ever seen my pictures of Hecubino from Drifters, from Critical Hit, that's where I made him. As I made him in WWE 2K18. All right, let's get into the attire. Let's do the entrance attire, because I think the wings they're not gonna let me keep for the match. Edit attire. I think she might end up. I'm thinking she might end up with a hood, because there might actually be like antenna in this thing. So I'm gonna give her a very short haircut for now. If for some reason that doesn't work out, then we'll come back and give her like a better haircut. Try this for now. Mess with her eyes. Now we could mess with her eyes. See if there's anything bug-like. Not really. Or we could just give her blue eyes. Copy that. Yeah, we'll see what's available. I'm okay with keeping this eye makeup and lipstick for now. Let's get into the upper body. Oh no, that's the way the upper body looks, so we're not going to change any of that. So anyway, yeah, what I was saying is, like, potentially we could try and make Petunia. We just have to find a haircut, right? Like, that would be the biggest thing. Gacha Logic says, I need to pick up a wrestling game. I haven't played one in ages. Well, I mean, I barely play this one, right? It's like, mostly I just let it play itself. But yeah. Skippy says, okay, Rodrigo, what costume would you wear to the Ren Fair? My wife actually used to do Ren Fairs, and she was like, yeah, we can go to the Ren Fair and you can wear a costume. And I'm like, can I be like a monk? And I can just wear a robe? And she was like, ugh. And I'm like, what? And she's like, every guy, that's like their first idea. Is like every guy that doesn't actually want to do a costume for the Ren Fair, tries to be a monk. And I'm like, I mean, it seems like the most comfortable outfit you could wear to a Ren Fair. So if I do go to the Ren Fair, I'm probably gonna have to wear something more involved. Torso accessories, maybe? No, I don't think so. Let's see. Skippy says she's so disgusted because she's right. Yep. I guess, yeah, I do have the haircut for it now. Harvey says that's not an unreasonable take. No, she used to do the Ren Fair, so she's seen it all, right? I'm coming over here like, I'm gonna get one on ya. But no, here's another wrestling term. She had it scouted, right? She scouted it a mile away. She's like, this jerk. There we go. All right, so this is an important part of the entrance. Like, they're probably not gonna let her keep it. Let's see if we can change the color. Oh, this is like a lightning bug kind of thing. What color is it now? No. Yellow, I guess. Let's see if we can make this black. Yeah, I guess we can. And the third color is that. Weird. Let's make that black too. Okay. It's like, this is kind of, I think, supposed to be like a lightning bug. Skippy says, I will say, don't wear any real leather or wool if you Ren Fairs in the summer. We go in late September and it's still touch and go. No, I have to be very careful about that. I don't want to sweat through it. Harvester says, I would enjoy going to a Ren Fair as an adult. I went once as an 8th grader, but they're so far out from my city and I don't drive. Yeah. Gotcha Logic says, major spoilers messed up my brain and I started thinking wrestling terms were more common usage than they are. Hey, you can be that guy that uses wrestling terms, but yeah, because both Matthew and I grew up with wrestling, and Steven knows it too. We definitely throw around wrestling terms a lot more than, we use kayfabe a lot. I think if you've listened to the latest show, we talk about kayfabe in that one. Having it scouted, doing a kip up, yeah, all that stuff. Zemsi says Ren Fairs are nice, though many other of them have stories that play out over the weekend or the day. Yeah, like the king walks around. Man, so I went to a Ren Fair with my wife because her mom was working it, and I guess she was too. You never get away from working if your parents are like, have a booth or whatever. Let's try and see if we can get her if there's a striped top. So yeah, she was at the Ren Fair, and there's this guy whose deal is that he catches women and sells them. Like, he'll run over and like put like a manacle on a lady, and he has a pole with a string, and he drags her over, and he's like, oh, I'm selling this woman. And I was like, that seems horrifying. Even as a joke, it seems horrifying. And like, she was walking around and she saw him, and I think he recognized her because she used to work the Ren Fair, her mom works there, and he starts walking towards her and she just takes off running. And I'm like, wow, this is hardcore. Like, I did not expect that there was going to be an element of danger here. Okay, let's see. I think what we can do is we can make a stripe. So maybe we find something tight and then make our own stripe. More yellow. There we go. That's the right shade of yellow. Yeah, it was weird. Skippy says I go every year and it's so much fun. I now go with a group of 5 and I bring them along so I can get blasted and not drive home. Nice. My mom, as MC says, my mom compete at a local one and has really good relationship with all the actors and actresses. That's good. Logic says I used to LARP. I ended up having like 5 friends who work Ren fairs all the time. Yeah, there's definitely a solid. There's definitely a solid overlap between LARPers and Ren fair folk. B, 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 B. You exceeded the characters. Okay. They need to be like thick and blocky. Is this going all the way around now? Color. Huh? Looks weird, right? But yeah, so it implies that B stripe, but it's not. It doesn't have to be a stripe, right? So it's it gives us some kind of leeway here. Can take some like artistic liberties with the B thing. So I want to change the material. No, let's go to... What does this look like? Ugh, that does not look good. Let's just go with the default. Let's see. That's fine. Still looking okay. Okay, let's give her. Let's try and give her some more. Some more color here. Okay. Maybe. What's this one? Ooh. Let's see how this looks in black. What do you guys think? I mean, it's like bees don't necessarily look like that, but it's like reminiscent of a honeycomb, maybe? I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me if you like the arm or not, but include the word arm in there, because if you're just like, it's cool, then I might not know what you're talking about, you know, because of the delay and everything. Yeah, I think it's looking good. Let's try the arms. If you guys don't like it, let me know. And I do want her, like, usually I'm like, make your wrestler, you might as well make your, if you have the option, make your wrestlers asymmetrical. But I think I do want her to be symmetrical. Just because bees are symmetrical, right? Hand, let's give her some gloves. Okay, alright. We'll make it yellow. And it just fits right under that, which is nice. Copy. Okay. Yeah. Skippy says the arm's sick. Zemsy says if you want more of a honeycomb pattern, perhaps like a yellow and orange or something. Okay. Oh, yeah, I mean, I didn't mean that, like, it had to look like an actual honeycomb. I mean, it's, like, reminiscent of, like, a honeycomb. Harvester says the arm doesn't read super well for me. Gatologic says she looks like an ex-softball player that got into powerlifting. I mean, I'm down with that. Only uppercase B's are symmetrical. That's right. Well, no, lower... nope, you're right. Only uppercase B's are symmetrical. You're right. Okay. I think we'll keep the arm. I know you're not into it, Harv. A lot of these guys I think are gonna get alternate costumes, so we can try something else. I think it like really breaks it up. Although, yeah, maybe it's actually like much more reminiscent of like butterfly, like modeling. So yeah, maybe there's something else. Let's have a look at it again. Like I think it looks good, but yeah, maybe it's distracting from the bee aspect of things. Wait, am I on the right thing? No. Oh no, I guess I was. Let's look at something like this one. Okay, we can probably, this one will probably work. Because this will look like stripes if we make it black. Might change the material. I might make this like a little bit more plasticky looking, because that'll pop a little bit more. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. Again, let's copy it, keep her symmetrical. Hands already done. We're not gonna do her nails. Torso, back. Okay, are there... Let me see if there's like head stuff. Or that's like in a different category. Okay. There's a lot of weird stuff here, but I want to try and find some antenna. Okay, no antenna in this one, but I think there's like other categories. Harvey says, I'm happy to defer to the consensus. That's okay. I think the like bands are probably read more like a B, so I'm okay with that. Head accessories. Okay. You think there has to be some antenna in this crew. Okay, the only antenna are these like weird stalk eyes. Right? Horns, lots of horns. Lots of horns, but no bugs? Are you serious? Whoa. That can't be right. Okay. So here's a headwear. Unbelievable. Still no antenna to be found. The snail lady is next. Yeah, maybe we should make a snail lady too. I mean, it's a long shot that there'll be like a hat that has like antenna. Yeah, I think they just don't have antenna, which seems like a huge oversight, especially since they have like bug wings as an option. Okay, that's okay. We are going to just have to... I mean, bees don't have huge antenna. So let's see if we can instead try and get some... Like, we're going to petunia it. We're going to give her some big glasses that make her maybe look more bug-like. Also, not great options for glasses. This is very petunia. Yeah, let's try it. I'll make that black. Second color. I'll make that yellow. I guess it should probably be the other way around. That's black. And that's yellow. That's something. Yeah, goggles. Beatrice, Petunia's older sister. Yep. She's the bug type trainer. Okay. So now that we have this, I want to go back and see if it'll let me put on some neck accessories. Because there might be like something puffy that'll look like, you know, bees have that like fuzzy thorax? No. Yeah. Wait, which one's the abdomen and which one's the thorax? They have a fuzzy abdomen. Yeah. I mean, that's fuzzy. Oof. You guys see that jitter? It's like the collisions on this thing are not great. So let's definitely use it. Oh, it's 2 colors. Amazing. I should do that backwards because this is the color that's going to go be closer to the yellow in a costume. Okay, alright. Alright, lower body, I think we're gonna have a lot of options. And because the wrestling tights, I know that there's some stripy stuff around here somewhere. Not the stripes I was thinking of. Hang on. Not crazy about the socks over the fishnets. But they are striped socks, which I like. What about this? These stripes seem like too close together. I don't think so. Oh, maybe this? Is there something underneath, or is it just her skin? Let me see if I can just find striped socks. Skippy says, Beatrice. Harvester says, could we get fuzzy / frilly color to evoke a bumblebee mane? Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. Thorax is its skin, basically. Yeah. It's like the head, then the... I forget which one's the thorax and which one's the abdomen, but it's like head, abdomen, thorax, or the other way around. Yep. Okay, yeah, so the thorax is its like little chest area. It's like in humans, we do call this the thorax, but we also call this our abdomen. So in bugs, it's just, you know, that's what they're called. Let me see the socks. There we go. There we go. Yes. Let's see what the colors look like with this material. That looks pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah. Okay, let's give her some shoes. She just needs... She probably wants shoes that don't go up very high. Okay, where's the third color? Oh, the zipper in the back? That's fine. That can stay that color. Let's turn her around. Okay. We need to mess with her haircut. Let's try and see if we can find something else that's like kind of fuzzy. Like we're not gonna find like something that's like bee-like, but maybe if we did do Petunia, we could do something like this. God, it's like so much in this game. Like the hair in this game actually looks really terrible. It's like you're better off like not paying attention to it. It's like I actually really like this, but I don't think it goes with what we're going for. Do we already? Yeah, we actually have a lot of ladies with like shaved hair already. This is like Mickey Mouse ears. Gatologic says, I may start dressing like this. Yeah, it's a hot style. Skippy says, these games won't survive the jump to the next-gen consoles. Nope. Intruder Timmy says, don't mind me just lurking. Yeah, it's all good. Thanks for stopping by. We're trying to make just like a straight-up afro. I mean, it's like I like the afro because it actually looks good, as opposed to like most of these other haircuts, which, like from far, oh my god, no. Okay, this is like a non-intrusive haircut, and I kind of like it. Let's try this, because she already has like the feather boa. Let's make it black. Hopefully that'll pop with the ultimate shine. Okay, actually, maybe I don't want to do this haircut because with those glasses, she looks like... you guys remember Gangnam Style? You guys remember like the little guy that dances with side, like the little skinny guy? That's exactly what he looks like. Soy okay, dices, ¿qué onda? Aquí nada más tratando de hacer luchadores de lucha libre, pero peleándonos con el generador. Yeah, back to the drawing board on the hair. Gatologic says, yeah, comically bad. It's like I gotta remember that this is, I gotta get something that like, nope. It's like I think she's gonna end up having like a very generic haircut, because like non-generic haircuts don't look good. Let's see if we can find like a proper beehive. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, this game is gonna need a better hair generator. It's Goku hair, of course. Can't go wrong with that. Okay, give me... yeah, she's gonna end up with like actually a pretty conservative haircut because all the other ones look terrible. We'll just go with this. All right. Select that. We copy it. We go over here. Yes. Okay, that's good. Personal information. We already did the name. Menu screen pose, very important. I mean, definitely an arms crossed position looks good on her. kind of like this, like, oh, I didn't know that the camera was on. Interesting. I think it just... how sassy is the bee? God, this thing's just terrible. Just like collisions! Bop, 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 bop. I wonder if we had given her long hair, if they would just like unendingly just like jive with each other forever. Watch out for La Avispa, yep. With a feather boa, max sassy. That's true, that is very sassy. Ooh, how about this? You can't see her. You can't see how... The problem is like the catch-22 of the feather boa is that it makes you sassy, but you can't see how sassy you're being with your hands because it covers it up. Let's see. Okay, we'll try this. Crowd reaction, definitely cheer. Cheer, personality traits. She's prideful. And she's respectful. But she does get desperate. She's loyal. She's bold. And she's aggressive. Hometown. What's a good hometown for bees to be from? She's from Bolivia. Nope, that doesn't sound like a bee. Let's see if there's a place in the United States that's bee-like. Portland, Oregon. Yeah, let's look for Portland. Where's the U.S.? Oklahoma, Oregon, Portland, Oregon. There you go. All I can say is that my life is pretty plain. Yep, yeah, definitely has that going on. Fashion is all about acting the way you're dressed, no matter the visibility. That's true. You have to radiate the fashion. Salsa successful. That's great. I'm glad you got your salsa together. Happy to be here. Okay. What else? Performance. Definitely don't want... We'll try the Nia. I mean, she's very Nia Jaxy, so... Yeah, we'll try that. Victory. Yep, that looks good. Taunt. Sure. Pump handle suplex. Sure. Oh, a submission. Okay. Like, I feel like I should mess with her stats, but I'm tired. It's like, usually after creating a whole wrestler, I'm like, now I don't want to go in and, like, tweak all the stats, right? Oh, can I change her class? I guess I can. That's interesting. No. Okay. All right. No, it's thinking about it. This game is very. It's just like very unstable. Like probably the most unstable game I own. Like this PC should be able to handle it, and in fact does. Like frequently, it's like the game will crash, but the computer won't. Just like the game will end, and my PC's still doing fine. Let's have a look at it. All right, so today we redid Uptown Victoria's thing, and we made the B. So a pretty good session for today, I would say. But it is getting to be that time where we wrap up and say goodnight, and close WWE because it's probably gonna crash anyway. All right. And also reload my captions because they're having problems. Okay, so yeah. Thanks to everyone for hanging out and watching. Today's stream went a little longer than usual because I don't have the thing that I usually have to do after the stream, which is actually recording Critical Hit. We're not recording today. Yeah, it also started later because I wasn't feeling super great, so that's definitely something that happens too. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate all of you who came in and hung out and chatted with each other. I like it. You know, I like for us to be like a little community, so that's good times. I also, I'm very thankful for those of you that have given bits or your Prime subs or subscriptions or whatever. I really, it makes a difference for me. It really does. And it makes it easier for me to keep doing this. I don't think there's anything big coming up. Obviously, keep listening to Critical Hit to hear more of me. Also, you can go to @Fearsome_Critter on Twitter. You can go to Lopez Family Variety Channel on YouTube and watch clips from the streams. Or you can come back here to twitch.tv/LPikachon. We post all the VODs from every stream. So if you miss a stream, you can watch the VOD there. And you can watch them from previous streams. Only I want to say 6 or so are ever there. Twitch gets rid of them because I'm not a powerful enough streamer yet for them to let me keep them for longer, but that's okay. So yeah, thanks guys, really appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. We'll try to do 1:30-ish next week, but we'll see. Stand by, look on Twitter, and the Major Spoilers Discord to see when the next stream is, but almost certainly we'll try to do it next week at around 1:30. I'll catch you guys later.